Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us at the National Medical Fellowships for our webinar on general scholarships. My name is Tanikia Jackson, and I am the program consultant with NMF. I've been here for about 1 year. I'm also here with...
Hi, I'm Desi Torres, program coordinator. I've been with NMF about 3 months now.
And we have one more member of our programs team. Her name is Elio Guy, and if you have emailed our scholarships email, then you probably have corresponded with her or with one of us. So today, as I said, we are talking about the National Medical Fellowships General Scholarships and a little bit of information about NMF. NMF was started in 1946 in Chicago with the desire to increase the number of minority medical professionals that operate in the field. And so we have kind of streamlined that mission statement to increase the pipeline of physicians and health professionals who have the professional knowledge, cultural competency, and commitment to provide quality health care to all members of our diverse society. So our goals really go towards providing a set of medical professionals who look like the people who are reflected in our society. The way that we do this is that we provide scholarships, and as I said, our general scholarships are called general scholarships because they only come with a financial award. We do have other scholarships, our service learning programs, which include a financial award, and the students also have to complete a 200-hour community service program that they come up with and that they design. We get a lot of great feedback on our service learning programs. They are a wonderful way for students to not only get financial support for being in school, but also to step into a leadership role to provide service to the community. And NMF is very big about meeting the needs of underserved communities, and the way that we do that is through offering the service learning programs and building within our scholars or encouraging within them the habit of serving their communities. So NMF also partners with national and regional organizations and also individual donors. So here are some of our individual donors, and if you look on the website, you'll see that with each one of these partners who's listed, there's a scholarship that's connected to their name. One of the things that's really unique about each one of these people is that they're also tied to NMF in different ways. Dr. Gary Butts and Dr. Yvonne Thornton are both alumni of NMF, so sometime in their career they received NMF support, and now they turned around and decided that it was important for them to give back to NMF as well. And Mr. Neil Ball, he also is connected with NMF as a board member, and his award is actually in his sister's name, Mary Carrera Ball, and it's for Native American women. So we also invite a culture of really paying it forward at NMF. Other partners that we work with include the Hugh J. Anderson Foundation, the Edna Foundation, Josiah Macy Jr., the Gerber Foundation, and the New York Community Trust. And again, each one of these, when you go through our general scholarships page, you can easily identify the scholarship that they have funded. So our scholarships invest in underrepresented minority medical students. They provide networking opportunities for students with the NMF alumni and with different medical professionals. They also help reduce student loan debt burdens, and the scholarships range from $2,000 to up to $7,500. To be eligible for our scholarships, you do have to meet a general criteria, but then for this set of scholarships, they each have their own more specific criteria. So today, I'll talk in depth kind of about our general criteria, which is that you have to be a U.S. citizen. You have to identify with one of the following underrepresented minority groups: African American, Latino, Native American, or Asian American, specifically Vietnamese or Cambodian. demonstrate leadership at an early stage, have a commitment to serving medically underserved communities, and be enrolled in an accredited medical school. So again, these things are helping to support the future leaders in the medical field, and then also to support people who are committed to serving underserved communities are big things with NMF, and we really look to have scholars that want to do those things as well. So this is a very kind of compressed list of the scholarships that we have available in our set of general scholarships. And if you look, like I mentioned earlier, even though we have the wider criteria, some of them have more specific criteria. Like this Victor Grifols Roa Scholarship, you have to be a California student and be interested in hematology. The Gerber Scholarship, you have to be interested in pediatrics with an emphasis on nutrition. So I encourage you, if you are interested in our scholarships, to go through and look to see which ones apply to you. Really take the time to know which one you're applying for and why. Make sure that you fit the individual criteria for that. I want to take a moment to talk about our Aetna Foundation NMF Healthcare Leadership Program. This is a scholarship award that is given in conjunction with the National Medical Fellowship Galas. The galas are one of the ways that we raise money for our scholarships, but Aetna has given us a specific allotment of money to award at these galas, which we do to students who are kind of early in their medical student career. So it is limited to second and third year medical students with strong community service and leadership. And you have to attend the NMF Gala in your region in order to receive the scholarship. So here it lists that we have 14 scholarships. They are in New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, and Atlanta. If you are in the New York or Los Angeles area, I apologize, but those scholarships have actually been awarded for this year. But I put them on here so that you can think about them for next year, because they will be available in the spring of next year, and I encourage you to stay tuned with NMF to hear when we make those awards available. Right now, we are accepting applications for the Chicago Healthcare Leadership Program and the Atlanta Healthcare Leadership Program. And both of those applications are available through our website. It's really one application for both of those, and it closes September 3rd, which is a little bit earlier than the other scholarships. And we consider this a program because we have scholarships in multiple places, and then the scholars also go to our gala as a part of what you receive as being selected as a scholar. So the application, so if you have not been to our website, it is nmfonline.org, and I'm just going to click on it really quickly to show you where you would go. So this is the opening page of the website, and then if you go to Programs and General Scholarships and Awards, then it takes you into the page where we list all of our general scholarships. And each one of them has a specific description, again, with the individual criteria for the students that it's trying to reach. I would encourage you, while you are on our website, to look through, see if there are any other programs that are applicable to you. Right now, we have our California Community Service Learning Program is open. It is limited to students who attend school in California. We have the Neighborhood Diabetes Education Program, which is limited to students who attend school in New York. We have the United Health Foundation Program, and that one has actually a wide variety of locations. I would suggest going to the website so that you can see whether or not your location is on there. And One other thing I'd like to say I forgot to mention about the Neighborhood Diabetes Education Program that's in New York, it is also open to graduate level nursing students. So if you know any graduate level nursing students, or if you are one and you live in New York, please apply for this program. And then I talked about the Healthcare Leadership Program, which is here. It's in a different location than the general scholarships, but it is there. The other thing I would like to mention, we do have an emergency scholarship fund, but the emergency scholarship fund is limited to mostly fourth year, but we do consider third year students who are essentially looking for gap funding because they've had something unpredicted happen in their lives and they need a little bit of extra money to help them to graduate for the year. We are really focused on looking at students who are about to graduate and who typically have a need that's less than $5,000. But you can go here to the website and email our scholarships email if you find yourself in a situation later on in the year where you need emergency funding. It is a hard limitation to third and fourth year students, though. Okay. And I'm just going to go back to talking about our scholarship application requirements. So the few things about the application: medical school transcripts, student aid report comes through your FAFSA, verification of citizenship, typically a passport or your birth certificate will do with that, financial aid transcript. When you complete your application with NMF, there will be a slot for you to put in the information, phone number, as well as email address of someone in your financial aid office, and we'll email them and send them the financial aid transcript as an attachment, so it's not something separate that you have to print out or take in. It goes with the email. 2 personal statements. The personal statements are really where we get to see what experience you have with volunteering, the things that have shaped your commitment to working with underserved populations, and also what leadership qualities and skills and opportunities you've had. Your CV. The bio sketch tells us about you, what kind of medicine you're interested in, what have you done in your past as well, and then 2 letters of recommendation. The 2 letters should come, one from a dean, faculty member, or chief administrative officer from your academic institution, and the other one should come from a community organization leader that you have worked with or volunteer supervisor. And then a documentation of your loan history, which is available through the NFLDS website, and that website is on our website if you look at the application requirements. So just a reminder, the deadline for Aetna Healthcare Leadership Program is right around the corner, September 3rd, and it is only for students who are in Chicago or Atlanta. And then the deadline for our other general scholarships and also the service learning programs that we have open right now is September 10th, 2015. So, thank you so much for joining us for this webinar, and now we will take any questions that you have. If you have a question, type it into the question box and we'll be happy to address it. All right. I don't see any questions yet. Again, our programs team is Desiree Torres, Tamika Jackson, who is myself, and Elio Guy. And the best way to reach us is to email through scholarships@nmfonline.org. And our phone number for the New York office is 212-483-8880. It is better if you email us first, and if we need to have a phone conversation, we can. I did get one question. If I'm a first-year student, am I still eligible? Yes, you are eligible to apply. So if you don't have your transcript, you can submit your undergrad transcript, but we ask that you submit your medical transcript at the end of the semester. All right. Any additional questions? I think we covered everything. And if you are a first-year student, just be sure to pay attention to the requirements for the scholarship to be eligible for the scholarship, because some of them do specifically say you have to be a second or third year, you have to be a fourth year, and the ones that don't have a year requirement are open to anyone who is a first through fourth year. All right. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We hope that this has been helpful to you and that you have an easy time filling out the application. We will send out an email later today with a survey about the webinar, and if you would fill that out to give us feedback on what was helpful, that would be great, as we're always trying to improve. Okay. Thank you so much for joining.